Hey guys, what's going on? This is Chris from La Familia here in London, and so here we are. We're on the episode 2, right? I wasn't actually planning to talk about this, but it kind of popped up on my brother Spin's page on Instagram, and it's quite an important topic, quite a monumental moment in b-boy history. So I'd be interested to hear what you guys think. There's a lot of important considerations to probably discuss, but things to bear in mind with b-boying or breaking being included in the Olympics in 2024 in Paris, in France. So yeah, as I said, this is quite a big moment in b-boy history if you think where it's come from. Going back to the Bronx, kids on the streets. It was a very deprived time, the origins of breaking and how it came about. And now we're seeing it move into the sort of corporate sector at probably the highest commercial platform that it really could reach. I from what I've seen in the last few years of discussions that this has been building up to, it does sort of split the b-boying scene down the middle, and there's a lot of contrasting opinions on this. I don't know. There's a few things that immediately come into my mind. I think the first thing is that there's the worry of the dilution of authentic breaking. When you're throwing it into this new commercial platform, and it's a quantified system as opposed to a sort of creative, subjective art form. Does it become something else? Does it change the quality of breaking? Does it affect how breaking is perceived and the future of breaking, and so on? I understand that position, but I also think it comes from a position of fear, when really we could be addressing it in a different way. Yes, most likely there will be some consequences in the commercial sector that represents not all of breaking, but in reality it's been like that for a long time. It's already been like that, where the scene is very much split from into two parts. You have the commercial breaking scene anyway. Anybody who's ever done any dance jobs or worked on a dance agency or anything like that, that they're not interested in seeing your fancy footwork techniques. They want to see you. Can you do air flares? Can you do head spins? Can you flip? That's it. However breaking is perceived through the media is always going to be a bit one-sided and not really what authentic breaking is about. But this isn't really something that's unique to us. It's actually just, it flows right through the media. That's how the media represents what sells the most and what is the most interesting. So I don't think anything essentially will change from that. What it does is just give breaking a massive platform and ways for people to get into breaking. And at the same time you have the underground, despite all of the commercial occurrences of the past up to now, has always remained. It's always been there. You could always find some badass b-boy in some corner of the world who was still doing their thing, or a small community or a small scene or an event, you know, that would really open your eyes and be sort of like a window into the underground. But you have to look for it, right? It's one of that's the beauty of it. The beauty of it is you think you know what breaking is until you find that little pathway into the real deal, and then you're like, my eyes have been opened, excuse my language. And I think I don't think that will ever be taken away, despite how popular or how big the commercial breaking scene grows. So it's just something to consider. One thing that's really important for me personally is that I really would like to see some opportunities created for the originators of this dance, and something that gives back to the community. I wouldn't like to see the dance exploited in such a way that we're sort of moving on from where the dance originated. So in terms of opportunities, I don't mean let's go and find the most ancient old school b-boy, bring them out of the woodwork even though they haven't been involved in the scene for the last however many decades, and then throw them in the judge's seat. You know, there is an element of you have to be involved and be aware of how breaking has changed over the years and what's going on nowadays. But yes, some sort of involvement, or some sort of inclusion, some sort of homage. I don't know. I'm open-minded to this, but some way to integrate and include the people, and actually to respect and give due credit, some benefit, some way, some return on all of the creation of this dance that we now do, and which is now being broadcast to the entire planet. There must be some return for those people who created this, and that's just my personal opinion here. I mean, you guys may differ, and you may think, well, this is life, things, you know, things move on and so on. I don't know, but for me, I think to muster up universal support for breaking at the Olympics, I think you really need to do that. I think that needs to be done, and then yeah, hopefully it can really become something that unifies the breaking world. I'd be really interested to see what ideas you guys come up with on this, and as to how we could do that. That's something to consider. Let's discuss this, guys. I think it's really interesting. Yeah, give me your thoughts, and yeah, I really look forward to hear from you. All right, well, wishing you all a good day, and till episode 3, subscribe.